Well, you said they sync up, right?
Oh my God. Good thing you're editing this week. Thank you.
Zipped this week. Last week, Reedy decided to tell me after the first video that my fly was down.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, you couldn't see it, and so it wasn't a problem on camera.
Okay.
He's just getting some air to his brain. Welcome back to the message recap, where we discuss the message that was given the Sunday previous, and we just finished up our series called Promises
Yep.
with the Right with God message.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. So this is just a salvation message, right?
Yes.
We do these, at least 6 or 7 times a year.
Right. Yeah.
But because it's the most important thing that we could ever talk about. And, even kind of going into it, I told you guys, I feel like I'm just saying the same thing over and over. And, I don't have any new way of explaining it. That's probably just something I need to get over, because how do you make it any newer or even better than it already is? It is such incredible news, and I feel bad that I get a little tired with it. Prepping for it, yeah, I've said this before, and yeah, I've told it this way, and dang it, shame on me. I should not get tired of the fact that an eternally awesome, perfect God chose to send his perfect son, because I am such a screw up. Because he loved me and wanted to be with me.
Well, it speaks to it, doesn't it?
And since Kevin's not here, I'm just going to add in, if that ever gets boring to people, they have a problem.
There's something wrong with me.
So there's something wrong with you, Sheen.
There's something wrong with me that seems like old news,
But I think sometimes when you know that, and you know that it's true, for you it is old news. But for the people that it's not old news, it's super duper important. And so for anybody here that has heard it before, make sure to be sharing it with people that haven't heard it before.
Yeah.
Because it is so important.
I don't think I need to figure out a new way to say it. I'm not tired with the news.
Right.
I'm tired with what I say about it.
The delivery is all.
The delivery. I need to.
I just had to add in what Kevin would.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, all the times that you've given this message and said the same, Jesus, period. It's not Jesus and or Jesus plus or Jesus also this. How many times, what's the percentage of our congregation do you think actually get it? You've given this message how many times? And it's clear. How it is. It's not behaviors.
I think this was maybe the clearest I've ever done.
Yeah.
Just
for sure.
I'm biased, but okay. What's the percentage? This is just totally a number out of my butt. But if I'm being honest, I would say less than 20%.
Oh, I was going to say less than half, but
yeah. Unfortunately, I think
the number has gone up within the past year and a half.
Yep. I just still have conversations with people where they'll talk to me about this behavior stuff and why don't you emphasize this, and shouldn't we be I still have enough conversations to know I'm not sure you get it yet.
Right. Right.
Now some of them do. Some of them just genuinely shouldn't we live the right? Yeah, we absolutely should live the right way. It just has nothing to do with this. So, and there were so many verses I could have used. I just went back and looked through after I wrote this one, on Friday or Saturday. I went back and looked at some of the old salvation messages I've done, because I keep copies of everything or whatever. And where can I fit this one in? And what about Galatians in chapter 5? And just so many good ones. There's one I use on Easter. It's in Galatians somewhere, but if we want to go back to any rule keeping system, the moment we do, Christ's, I think it says, hard-won gift is squandered.
Oh.
I like that.
Yeah. But, what am I going to do? Read the whole New Testament on Sunday? You gotta cut it somewhere. So I just tried to stay in Romans chapter 3 and 4. So.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd be hopping all over the place.
I don't know why, people I've talked to about this that have a problem with grace and being made right only through faith. They always want to accuse you of watering down the gospel, right?
Right.
Like you're making it too simple.
Yeah,
No,
this happened to
no.
me not too long ago.
Oh,
Just
really?
a few weeks ago, somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, by the way, I was talking to somebody and they said that you're making the gospel too simple for these kids." I'm like, "Ugh."
Which is a hilarious statement.
What?
For the
I
kids.
even tell the kids, grown-ups like to make this complicated. It's not.
It's not complicated.
It is not complicated at all. It is so easy. And grown-ups like to muddy the waters and make it messy. Mm-hmm. So,
And I really think that's in large part Christianity's fault.
right.
Like, you cannot come away with anything different if you just read the New Testament. Like, take out all other sources, teachers, books, what you grew up with, what grandma said. If you just read the New Testament, you cannot possibly come away with any other explanation than this. Like,
Correct.
watering down the gospel is adding behaviors to it. Watering down the gospel is making it something other than Jesus. This is the purest thing there is. And I hear people, I'm in a couple pastor groups on Facebook, which I shouldn't be because it just makes my blood boil. But like, people post on there all the time, like, you gotta preach works and you gotta preach truth and stuff like that. Like, it can't be just grace. Baloney. That is the biggest crock of crap I've ever heard in my life. It is all grace. It is all Jesus. And I said this in the message, anything else isn't Christianity. It's some other religion. It's Catholicism or Methodist or even AG. It's some denomination.
Right.
But it is not Christianity. It's not what Jesus came to do. We are made totally right through him. And like, why don't we get that? I don't understand what's so hard to understand. Of course, I don't understand what's so hard to understand.
Right.
It seems simple.
Yeah.
It seems clear. It seems like the greatest deal ever. Why would I want it to be anything? It's not good news if it's anything other than that.
Right.
Then I have to earn it.
Right.
Well, that ain't good.
No.
That's just what I deserve then.
Because you're not going to be good enough. Sorry.
No.
That'd be bad news because
Bad news.
And not only are you not good enough, neither are we. So
Yeah.
nobody
No.
is getting there if we have to rely on ourselves.
even Mother Teresa,
No.
No.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
No. Nobody can make it. I don't know.
It's
So that's why there is a good news.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's because nothing in life is that easy, that simple, that basic. It's literally that, and that's it. And can you name anything else
No.
in life that's that easy? There's zero strings attached.
No. I mean, people always go, well, what about, your mom or your dad or, parents, you love your kids unconditionally. Yeah, I love them unconditionally, but I don't treat them unconditionally. When you piss me off, go to your room, get away from me,
But I think that there, even with a parent-child situation, I think at some point that unconditional does get separated at times.
Yeah, for sure.
There at sometimes in some dysfunctional families, somebody's done something so horrendous to you
Yep.
that you don't want to be around them. You don't care about them, and
No.
that's not how God treats us.
Yeah.
And so luckily our kids are all young enough and haven't done anything to make us mad enough yet to,
Yet.
want to sever those ties.
Keyword.
But that can happen.
Absolutely.
So that's why
Absolutely.
we need Jesus.
And even just like so your kids are good and you do love them and everything's awesome, right? They're not, whatever. Even like those little bit of just, I told Audrey last night at dinner, 'cause she was just making noises and she just likes to hear herself talk and she's just a loud kid.
She's a girl.
Like she's a girl. And so I told her when we were sitting down, like, I just had to stop her, like, Audrey, please just be quiet. Like, do you see the rest of us? We're tired. It's been a long day. Like, we're just sitting here trying to talk nice. And you're just making these sounds and like just being loud. Do I still love her? Of course. But like, even that little hint of just like, can you tone it down? Or like, I don't like, not right now. God has nothing with that. He's never like, can you just stay away just for like a couple minutes? Like, I need to regain my composure. And like, you're just being a little butthole right now. So stay like God doesn't do that.
We deserve nothing but that.
Yeah,
Right.
totally. Totally.
I can't imagine how annoyed God is with me,
And
or,
yet-
or should be with me anyway.
Even when we sin, even if we've put our trust in Jesus and then sin afterwards, there's still no even hint of get away from me. He sees us as the righteousness
Right.
of
Well,
Jesus.
I don't know. For me, I think he does get upset with us, but he doesn't. But he doesn't put that barrier up.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like,
I think there are definitely things we can do that pains God's heart and that he
Right.
wishes we would do differently. But yeah, there's never any separation from
Right.
him anymore because
I think
of it.
during those times, I think he's like, "Get over here. We need to talk."
Listen, if you've got a sin problem or something's going on in your life, why do we think I got to stay away from God till I get better?
Right.
He never
Go
left you.
right
He's
then.
right
Go
there.
to him right there. That's the best place to get better
Yeah.
is
Right.
with him.
And it's not like he doesn't know. He's right there. He knows what you're doing. He knows what you've done. Like, why we try to pretend that God doesn't know, I don't understand either. Because he does.
Kevin mentioned something to me. What do you think, Kevin? Oh, he's not here. He mentioned something to me after services yesterday, or it might have been after first service. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, but like this idea of it's not trust in Jesus and then keep like a little insurance policy on the side. Like, okay, Jesus, I'm going to totally trust you, but in case that doesn't work out,
Right.
I'm going to also be good. I'm going to also behave well. That's not it either. Like
No.
it's if there's no way except for Jesus, I'm screwed. You know, I cannot possibly live good enough. There's no like 99.999% Jesus and
And you're not saying to live, like, make bad choices
not
at
at all.
all, because there's
all.
consequences to that.
Yep.
But that doesn't help you get any closer to God.
There's consequences for our lives and our relationships, and something I didn't even touch on yesterday, which for me is the biggest reason sometimes the biggest reason. It totally affects our witness and our ability to draw other people to knowing
Yep.
God through Jesus. Like, I think that should be the biggest motivator for Christians on why follow God's instructions, why live the way he says, why should I behave? Well, because it's God's character and I want to represent him well to this world. But we get in trouble when we try and mix it
Yep.
to being right with him. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just do this message again the rest of the year.
Yep. And let's do it.
just
51
do-
weeks of that.
No, the rest of this year.
the
just
rest of this year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just another 4 or 5 weeks.
I'd say in the rest of next year too.
Just until... I remember somebody came up to me after...
Everybody gets it.
What was the series we did before this one?
The one we did before this one was
When Dying is Winning.
Diane's winning. The skulls.
Yeah, Skulls.
Which I saw the face.
Yeah. It wasn't this week.
I saw the face.
Yep, it was in there. You should comment on this video and say where you found the face. Anyway, the previous series, somebody came up to me, I think it was after one of the first 2 weeks, and just said like, hey, when are you gonna stop talking about this spending time with God thing? Because that was the point of every message.
Right.
That's the point of every message we do almost. And I said, well, I'll stop talking about it when everybody gets it. And then they responded back, okay, so I guess you're gonna keep talking about it, huh? Like, I guess so.
Yep.
So we'll stop talking about salvation when everybody fully understands salvation.
Right.
So come back next week as we start a new series called Salvation.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, we're changing it.
Oh, okay. We're
Right
changing
now.
it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.